Hi Chameleone.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Not bad at all.
Thank you for your presence. We're going to talk about your career. You have more 12 albums.
Yes.
If you have a look on your career, what do you think about this career?
Fortunately, I'm very proud to be seated here with you. And just to tell you about my music is for the people. What I try to do in my music is I try to express the unheard voices of the people. You see, we live in a society that has a lot to express but never give it a chance. So I try to do that musically. I talk about violence of women. I talk about upliftment of youth. I talk about family issues that befall families on the African continent. Actually, as an artist, I observe and then deliver musically. Yeah.
You told about the different issues when you talk in your songs. The special of your music is also you make dance songs.
Music is just a sound. A lot of people make dance music, but you know, practically what happens in Africa is music is celebration. Music is something people should celebrate. So fortunately, what I try to do is I make sure the people dance. When you call them to dance, then they pick the message. It's like putting icing on the cake. Yeah, that's what I do.
And you think an artist like you, the important thing is be close to the people?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I mean, you can't talk about people you don't know. You see what I mean? So you have to be close to the people to be able to interpret and understand them. Yeah. Actually, right now, as we finish this interview, I want to go through the town, walk a little bit, and look at them, observe them. They celebrate me, so I should celebrate them back. That's what it means. Yeah.
And what do people say about your music? What the message they give you when you meet them?
When I meet them, they celebrate me as one of them. They love the message, and I would never, if I was a timely artist, I would never stay around for the last 19 years if my service was not appreciated. But when I meet the people, some people cry when they see me. Why? Because I represent them to the fullest, and people love Joseph. People love me. That's the truth. Yeah, and I love them back.
Yeah. In Europe, we can see a lot of rapper artists. The African music inspired the artists.
Yes.
A few years ago, like MHD, Damso, Booba, and all of that stuff. All of that artists. What's your look about this inspiration, in African inspiration in the rapper music?
Yeah, you know what happens is every part of the continent has had its time. If you can note that everybody's interested in the African culture and what's happening here, because people have either gotten bored or gotten used to what they've been hearing. You see, like, I'll give an example. Hip-hop is an American culture. And then when you go to Euro dance is a European culture. So people are opening their ears to Africa, and practically Africa is raw. It has a lot of things we have not. It is still new, it's still a baby, so people are interested because of the difference of how the society lives, and that can be seen through the music. Yeah.
And do you like to work with French artists? And if you want, what could be your choice about the?
For me, I would do music with anybody that we plug in. What I mean by plug in is, music is a way of communication. So if I find somebody who has music that we can put together to be saying something, it will be good. I would really love it. There's this huge French artist, Stromae, Belgian. Yeah. He's sick. Yeah. He's sick. And in case Mr. Stromae, you come across this interview, look me out, and let's plug something together and let's represent fully. I love his music. I love the way he expresses the society. Yeah, he's very talented. Yeah.
Yeah. You sing in different languages. You make a milkshake with languages. But during your career, what the moment if you have a sensation you are being understood by the people?
Yeah.
Baby, just hold me. Baby, just squeeze me. I want you to hold me. Baby, don't stop.
I'm very lucky to be able to speak different languages. And one of the reasons that I'm stuck on different languages is because I want to reach as far as I can. You know what I mean? If I was singing my own language, Luganda, which is my language, then people from Congo will never understand me. So I dedicate myself in 2 other languages because I want to be heard as far as I can. Yeah.
We saw in Europe we have a lot of African minorities, and they told us the African artists. We understand African artists when they told about African issues, but these issues is the same in Europe. Yes. for us. And what's your look about this minority? What the message you want to say to the African minority in Europe or in the States?
My message to Africans in Europe is, it is time we come back to Africa. It's time we come back to Africa, because what are you looking for in Europe that is not in Africa? Africa is the land of opportunity now. So what I mean, Africa is at a stage where Europe was about 300 years ago. So this is the time that we should all come home and organize a great Africa. Yeah. I mean, with the exception of these people that have gone to Europe because they have studied and they've gone there to be doctors and be teachers and all that. But if you're in Europe and you're hustling and trying to search for opportunity, you left the opportunity at home. The opportunity is right here. Yeah.
And in the Festival Goma, you're gonna make a concert. What's your feeling when you make a concert and when you meet a lot of people?
You know, first and foremost, when I'm going for a concert, I feel very lucky, very blessed, very, very blessed to be identified with the people. You see, when the Amani Festival called me and said that for the past 3 years, people have been requesting that they bring chameleone for them, I was really touched, really, really very touched, because my music, I know music pays, but my priority is not the money in the music. My priority is my impact on society. So I've been to Goma before, so 3 years ago, and they brought me here for the high-class people, where it was about $70, everybody coming in. So I did the show, went home, but I felt a bit sad that they didn't bring me for the people, this common man, the man who's pushing his bicycle on the road. So when they called me this time, I was very, very, I actually pushed them, because when they didn't call me back, I was like, hey, you guys, are we going to do it or not? So when I stand before that crowd, first is I celebrate life. I celebrate life. I'm lucky to be alive, to be talking to those people. I am lucky to be Joseph, talking to my people. It's such a great feeling. I was actually talking to my cameraman on this performance because I want to give him the best of me. I was talking to my cameraman. I want to mount a GoPro on me. Like I want to look at the show the way I would see it. You know, I don't know what to tell to you, but unfortunately, I will never watch myself perform. So that hurts me a lot. So I want to mount cameras on me so I can be able to go home and look at it and celebrate it. So when I meet the people, there are times I actually break down. You feel like you want to cry. You feel like I love music. Music is my passion. So I'm lucky to be in Goma again, to be expressing myself, to be talking to these people. Yeah. So I'm really, 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 really excited. That's why I'm trying to rest as much as I can, because I am going to fire up this show. They've never seen what they're going to see tomorrow.
You talk about the celebrate life. Do you, when we saw Africa, a lot of people have a lot of stereotypes. We think about war, we think about sadness, all of that stuff. Do you think it's time today to celebrate Africa?
Yeah, you know what happens is, I can be very honest on that Africa has been misrepresented. And with any growing society, there must be disagreements. There must be war. Even the Europeans had the European Revolution, where we had Napoleon do this, where we had those things. They must happen to organize society. But what I want to tell my people watching us for sure is Africa is past that now. You see, I'll take an example of Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, they got tired of their presidency and they just woke up and told him, please, can you leave peacefully? There was not a war there. So Africa is growing to a more sensitive direction. And for everybody watching the interviews, Africa is peaceful. Africa is open. People have good hearts. There's hospitality. That expression of saying Africa has sadness, the sadness is because some societies are still poor. So when you're poor, you must be sad. But we are grateful that even with that, people are still living unified. Listen to me, I'm Ugandan, but I'm in Congo, enjoying myself. I can walk freely on the streets. So that interpretation of a sad Africa and a war-torn Africa, we have beautiful girls, we have handsome men like me, we have everything. So Africa is away from that part. That was a stage that has died 20 years ago. Take yourself and go to Rwanda, the neighboring country. It had a very huge fallback in 1994, about 24 years ago. But today you walk in Rwanda and you see people living happily, smiling together. Africa is not that Africa. The problem is we don't have writers anymore to write the new generation of Africa. We are depending on the books of those fallen other writers. But me as an artist, I'm here to write a great book of Africa. So
maybe quite a weird question. You talk about money. Do you think money can the man who have money can become a best man?
But no, you know what happens is money is the value of what it can do. If you don't have money, how are you going to pay for education? If you don't have money, how are you going to buy food? Money is just a value of opportunity. Of course, Africa is having a very big problem. The economy itself is poor. And unfortunately, the economy cannot supply all the people at equal. You understand me? So definitely, even in Europe, we have beggars on the streets in Europe. So you can never have an economy that will fully satisfy everybody. But what I know is in Africa, if you have a little money, then there's a better life for you. I'll give you an example. I work so hard personally. After I work so hard, I go back and reward myself. I take my children to school. I even share money with my friends. Listen to me, I employ about 150 people. And when they work, they get paid, they live better life. In any nature, you cannot live a great life if you don't earn. So what I think that would be the best for Africa is opening job opportunities and also creating jobs yourselves. For example, I'm an artist, but I created my job. The government doesn't employ me. You see what I mean? So people have to stand out and create opportunities. In case they need money, they're going to earn it. When you open an opportunity, you're going to earn money, and money is going to make you live a better life. That's what it is.
Watazina mu butuufu gwani teweebuuza eggwani abaddewo mwaka ku mwaka balabala kiri gye wayitamu n'otafa